Sit, roll. That's it, come back to the front, roll. Move.
Lighting Blundell, Leo in here, VIP TV. Now, the last time I spoke to you was probably 1994 when you just stepped out of the ring after stopping me mate.
Yeah.
And so I didn't like you too much.
Not back then, you didn't.
But then the next time I seen you was on TV and you're stopping Ryan Rhodes.
Yeah, that was. Yeah. I can remember that. I can't remember '94, but I can remember the Ryan Rhodes.
Which must have been a fantastic. I mean, you weren't really expected to win that.
No, I was a big underdog. But I was always fit. I trained. I never had days off. I used to be out training. So when he offered me the fight, and it was because I was always hanging around the top 10, 6, 7, 8 margins all the time.
I looked at your record. I didn't realise, you was a good pro. I mean, you had 30 fights, you had 23 wins, 5 losses and 2 draws. But those 5 losses were to guys that all went on to win versions of a world title. I think it was Glenn Clattrell first, which realistically I think it was only your 4th fight. He shouldn't have been in there. He was 10-0 or something at the time.
Just beat Kirtland Lang, like I said earlier, just beat Kirtland Lang. I just listened to him, I'll go down now. Didn't know anything about the man.
And then Paul Silver Jones, who I remember I trained with him down in London, he was Commonwealth champion then at the time. Yeah. And then Steve Blundell, who was, I think was 18-0, just beat Paul Smith, one of the Smith brothers, the oldest Smith brother. And then
Farnell.
Who went on to be WBU world champion, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And then in your last fight, Gary Lockett.
Yeah. Not a bad little run of names. Yeah, they're all good fights. I won't change any of it for anything at all. I know there were losses, but they were all experience, all good fights. And on my day, things could have been different with some of them.
Again, I was looking on there, and you had, like say, the Ryan Rhodes win there. I think was it second round kick TKO?
Third round, yeah.
And then Spencer Fearon, the knowledge, who works with Sky now, doesn't he?
2 or 3 days notice, but like I said, we was fit anyway. We was training all the time. Was ready. They offered us. We had a little look at him, and I said, yeah, no problem. And he was a good lad, a good boxer, and he allowed me to box a bit, and I was just that bit better at what we both did than he was. And he didn't expect the fight he got.
He was also. I don't think anyone expected you to be what you were, because you were a tall 6'2", aren't you?
6'2", light middle at the time, and then
white as I don't know what, like a ghost,
like a snowman, 6 foot snowman.
And so I think a lot of people underestimated you.
And I had quite early doors. I had a few stoppages. I think I had 13, 15 stoppages all in all. But because I was sharp, I was always in good nick and always sharp. So you're never out of condition. And you're only improving.
Do you know, when I come back from Germany and went in the ABAs, and you was drawn against my stablemate, Ray Trainer, and I was so happy because everyone was thinking that I should have been upset because I got Phil Hennigan. And I think Phil Hennigan had got to the English semi-finals the year before.
That's right, tough.
And plus, he was knocking people out for fun. I think as an amateur, I don't think he had that many fights, but he had 50% of his fights ended up inside.
Very strong lad.
As I found out.
Yeah. I was watching it. There was nothing in it. But you held your own. Like I say, he was just a big lad. Wasn't he? He was a big lad.
I fell down.
Up to that.
I tripped. But I was happy to fight Phil rather than you. Because you would have been my worst nightmare. You're a southpaw. I hate southpaws, not the best now. But you're 6'2". I mean, I was going to have to look silly to try and get close to you.
Well, just a jab and move jab, and then because I used to land a lot of straight crosses and use my feet, and I had a lot of stuff with cuts and then flash knockdowns and stuff like that. And when you get, they just seem to roll off. Then It was all good.
And you retired 10 years ago, back in 2007?
Straight after the Lockett fight. Then I come out of that with a couple of quid and 2 broken ribs.
You could bang as well, couldn't you?
Gary Lockett, yeah. I spoke with Gary about 6 months earlier, and he was having a British title eliminator, and I boxed his socks off for 5-6 rounds down at Collis and Moston. But I was fit, no problem. Boxes.
Yeah, because you used to train down there.
Down there, did a bit, and no problem. Then, like I said, I was virtually retired, semi-retired. They offered me the fight, and I thought, well, I'll be all right. But I was, like I said, 5 or 6 months out, get back into training proper, and it just
And how did this place come about then? Because
I was, like I said, I retired, and within 12 months of retiring, I took ill, I had a bad heart, and I was out for years and I couldn't do anything. And it's only...
Because you were telling me that before you had some kind of virus or something.
Virus infected my heart, gave me a heart attack, and then they said heart transplants, I was talking, and mechanical hearts and all sorts of scary stuff. But just keep taking the tablets, and because I was quite fit anyway, I got a good rate of recovery. But this new tested with me some new drug thing, and it worked for me, and I didn't have to have, luckily, no operations.
Because you were saying to me you got with some schools or something.
Some local fellas was opening a gym, a mixed martial arts gym. They wanted somebody to teach every class of martial arts, boxing, Thai, jiu-jitsu. They wanted, so in Wigan they said, well, get Lee Blundell, and I hadn't been doing anything.
In Wigan, you must be a hero. Because when you've been Ryan Rhodes, I mean Ryan Rhodes was this. You know,
it was a nice old name back then,
you know,
and it was on. They played
for a world title only about 2-3 years earlier.
And it was his big comeback he was doing, and they played it on. I think it was BBC or Grant, whatever it was then. Straight after rugby, so everybody in Wigan were watching it because rugby was on. So everybody in Wigan saw it. So straight after it was fantastic. Like, and then I had my first defence. I think it was in Blackpool. And I took 350, 400 people Blackpool box at Norbert Castle because everybody wanted part of it. Like, so,
because Louis Beach saw a few there. My mate Lee White fought on the show.
Lee White, he was up there a lot. So it worked out well, and still, like, you know, a lot of kids who are trained don't even know I'm a boxer, but all the granddads and the dads know.
But I was watching some of your fighters here. You know, like I say, when you hear the word white collar, you just think, tough men, you know, having to just swing a few punches at one another.
Oh no.
There's some skills there.
Oh yeah, I've got some.
I was watching you before, you know, the way you were breaking it down with the kids and showing them all.
I train everybody from, like I said, James came in, I trained all kids exactly the same. They've all got their own way of boxing, so there's no trying to change anybody. Let them have their own skill, own way of doing it, but just tidy them up and leave them to it. Let them enjoy yourself. If anyone wants to carry on, then we'll keep pushing them through. They come through doors and at all ages. I've a youngest I've got 5 years old and 6 years old, and we take them about different gym sparring, and it's brilliant. So it's better than being in here training doing this than sat at home at Xbox or set
once the power plays, it's great.
Well, we've changed. Like I say, I just dropped them because I left the other place. There's no money in boxing, and unfortunately, once you get a gym full of people, certain people try and make more money off boxing. It's not about it. There's nobody got any money. So I just said, I left the place, and I got 100 messages and phone calls. Where are you training? Where are we training? And I said, well, no, I'm not. No plans of doing my own thing. But I had that many people ringing me.
Well, when I was down here earlier on today, because I've been here about 2-3 hours now, and there must have been about 30 people in here, and I think there must have been about. I think there must have been about 5, 6, maybe 7 young ladies in there.
Oh, they all join in. They started off doing I do a ladies class. Well, then once they get confident, they just step into it.
Is this your full-time job, this place now?
I do this every day. I do a few PTs in the morning, but I just need to keep. I just pay the bills. It only pays the bills as long as I can train the lads. That's all. It's just keep a roof over their head.
Are you hoping to be training more fighters now?
Oh yeah,
is this your first venture
into the professionals. Yeah. I've had a few lads who've been good enough or on the verge of going, but I've never wanted to take that first step because it's all about pride, and I don't want to take anybody through that I know I ain't going to do well. And I won't waste Louis Beach's time because I know he's a busy man. He's got everything going on. I won't waste the board's time and take anybody up. So they happen to be that special thing, and then I had James and. In the last 12, 18 months.
See what you're seeing
and I just keep giving him different challenges and pushing different things in front of him. He kept ticking the boxes, and when he were ready, I said, "Get this next fight out way, and then we'll give Louis a shout." Give him a shout. Louis came down and said, "Right, let's have a go." And away we went. Like I said, I've had him. He's like one of my own kids now. 3 years. My missus is sick of him. So every day for 3 years, he's been up form. So he's been, and we're out doing different stuff. But I just do with him like I used to with myself, and make him train. And if you put the effort in, it's all there. So,
well, like I say, you can be the most talented fighter in the world, but if you don't back it with hard work, it matters.
No. Christmas Day, I used to have my Christmas dinner every Christmas for as long as I was fighting. Have a few hours, and then I'd go out and do my running and get rid of all my Christmas dinner. And all these lads do exactly the same. They all train. You know, I mean, you've got your life. Listen, even though they're not full-time professionals, they treat it like a proper job. Because you go in a ring, it's just 3 rounds or 10 rounds, you're still in a dangerous sport.
I mentioned before because I was videoing a couple of for the lad in there, one of the guys who's doing pads in there, that's your son, isn't it?
Yeah, my lad Luke, he's 20 years old now. He's never boxed. He trained with me and he used to come round when he was a kid, and I was training at Jack Doherty's place. He used to be there with Choi. Remember Choi, the Mongolian? He was only a kid, then he used to spar with Choi and move about and just do my corner. I used to drive about everywhere for sparring, and he used to come with me, vaselining me up in corners when he was 10 years old, and he just took it on his own back. He said, "I'll give you a lift," and next thing you know, he's there. We call him Shane McGuigan in here. So we call him Shane McGuigan. But I couldn't manage right him. He does everything. Because I'm better than I was, but I'm still not 100% fit. So a lot of the grunt work he does for me. So, but he's got my ethic. He makes them box properly. There's no silly stuff. If you're doing it, do it proper. And it's no good going hitting a bag if you're just going to stand there. It's got to be quality, and he's picking it up. He's doing a good job.
Right, well, it's been a pleasure, Lee.
Thank you
hopefully
very
I'll
much.
see you a week on Friday down there.
You definitely will. Yeah, with the boy there.
Picking up his first win, hopefully.
Fingers crossed. If he does what he can do, but like I say, you never know till on the night. But first day, hopefully, man, we'll see what goes on.
All right, Lee. Take care,
Thank you
man.
very much. Cheers,
Bye-bye.
mate. Cheers.